Good morning, everyone. What is life really like in rural Vietnam? I'm Thien. I'm 33 years old, and I'm a mother of three young children. Today, I want to take you along for an ordinary day in rural central Vietnam, where my family lives. Life here is very different from living in a busy city. Life moves more slowly, and the air feels cleaner, but low-income families like ours still have many things to worry about every day. We don't have many modern comforts. And sometimes, to earn a little extra money for our family, we have to make the most of what we have and take on whatever small jobs we can. Today, my husband didn't have any customers, so we went with our daughter to visit my sister. She is a single mother raising two young children, and she lives quite far from our family. She hasn't been feeling well lately, so my husband and I wanted to go check on her. Before we start the trip, let me share a cup of freshly brewed Vietnamese milk coffee with you. It was lightly raining today.
Có cái ca chi giòn giòn thế nữa.
After driving for a while, we finally arrived. My daughter ran ahead of us. But my sister and her two daughters weren't home.
Vô đây.
The door was locked, so we sat and waited. The lock here is very simple, just a small padlock like this. It may look basic, but this is how my sister locks her door every day. Where you live, how do people usually secure their homes? While waiting, I walked around the house and looked at how the three of them live. The house next door looked bigger than my sister's house. I noticed that she grows quite a few plants. There was even an eggplant plant growing in the garden. For a family with a limited income, growing even a little food can help save some money on meals. If your family had to save money this way, would you grow your own vegetables or raise chickens to cut costs? Behind the house, I found a pigeon coop, but there were no pigeons inside today. There were a few chickens walking around outside. Things around the house were quite cluttered. Some things were old and broken, but she still kept them. Maybe she hopes to repair them and keep using them. In families with more money, a broken item might simply be replaced. But when money is tight, we often try to repair something before thinking about replacing it. If something in your home breaks, do you usually repair it or buy a new one? After waiting for quite a while, my sister finally came home. She had just picked up her two daughters from school. The three sisters quickly ran out to meet each other.
hạt rồi chứ dẫn theo chị.
Ủa đi đâu đó? Hả? Đi đâu đó?
One of them opened the door and invited us inside.
Nè nhổ. Ở đâu 10 người.
Chị Nhoa ha.
16 chết.
Nhoa gì ra đây đó mình đây. Đi đâu vậy?
Đi trời ơi.
My sister's house has only one small bedroom. The dining area is also where the two girls study and spend their time. The three of them don't have many comforts. But this is still the place where they live and work through life together every day. But this is still the place where they live and work through life together every day. It only has 3 metal bars for the frame, with wooden boards that aren't fully secured yet. In central Vietnam, the rainy season can sometimes bring severe flooding. That's why having a higher place to escape the flood is essential for some families in my area. If your home were in an area that flooded often, how would you prepare a safe place for your family? The girls' study table was old too. The kitchen is small, but it is enough for the 3 of them. One of the girls had just come home from school and ran outside to collect the chicken eggs. These eggs could become part of their lunch. Seeing little things like this reminds me that rural families don't always have to buy everything they need. Many families still grow vegetables, raise chickens, or make use of what they already have to reduce expenses. This is also part of what life can look like for low-income families in Vietnam.
Alo, alo. Alo, alo. Alo, alo. Alo, alo.
My husband was trying out the speaker my sister uses to sell her baked goods. He didn't know how to use it, so she showed him how.
Alo, alo. Rồi. Like.
Alo, alo.
Đó. Bấm nháy hai cái này nè.
Alo ạ.
Nói muốn nháy hai cái này xong bấm like cho là tự nó phát đi phát lại.
Biết rồi nhưng mà mình nú á. Alo, alo. Alo, 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 alo. Alo.
Tiếng đồn thử rồi, tiếng đồn thử rồi.
Alo, alo. Alo. Tắm máy với mà gì hả? Alo, alo, alo. Alo.
Tùy theo cái sốt nè. Rồi.
Làm gì?
Rồi nó.
She offered me a cup of tea because I had a slight headache. My sister is also learning acupressure and massage to earn some extra income.
Cho mày mượn á, mày nhái này, tao cho mày mượn á. Nhái sao mà mày
Cái gì?
Đó. Tao làm cái này. Đây nè, cái chén này nè. Thấy chưa? Đó. Thì mày nằm lên á.
Her teacher lent her this massage bed so she could start working. I also often have headaches and neck and shoulder pain, so I let her give me a massage today. After a while, I felt much more relaxed. I'm glad that even though life is difficult, she is still finding ways to learn a new skill. If you were struggling financially, would you learn a new skill or look for another job to earn extra income? After a while, my husband and I got ready to leave. My daughter asked if she could stay with her aunt and play with her cousins. Since it was summer vacation, I agreed. My husband and I went home first. Moments like this are very precious to me. We don't have to go anywhere far. Just having time with family, sharing a cup of tea and talking together is enough to make me feel at peace. Tomorrow, my family will hold a memorial ceremony to remember a loved one who passed away. So after I got home, I started cleaning the family altar. Our family altar is currently at my aunt's house. My aunt lives with her granddaughter. The house is quite cluttered, but I can't do much to help because my own family still doesn't have a home of our own. I brought some fruit to prepare for tomorrow. The altar hadn't been cleaned for a long time, so there was quite a bit of dust. I used a wet cloth to clean it more quickly. In Vietnam, ancestor worship is a long-standing tradition. It is a way for families to show respect and remember their grandparents, parents, and loved ones who have passed away. On the anniversary of a loved one's passing, families often clean the altar, prepare offerings, and light incense in their memory. It is also a time for relatives from different places to come home, share a meal, and spend time together.
Không có. Đi mua rồi.
For my family, the important thing isn't how large or expensive the offerings are. What matters more is that we continue to remember our loved one. Where you live, is there a special day when the whole family comes together to remember loved ones who have passed away?
Đổ bê tông rồi đúng không nè? Sạch trơn mà cái đường đi xuống suối nó cũng đổ bê tông. Chịu đâu? Đây.
Bấm gì còn được mua trị ha.
Tiền nổi tiền bo đó.
After cleaning everything, I placed the fruit on the altar. I brought 2 bunches of bananas and some rambutan. We also traditionally include betel leaves and areca nuts in our offerings. I also added some chrysanthemums. Now the altar looks much cleaner and more peaceful. I also washed the glasses so I could replace the water with fresh water. My aunt's house doesn't have a water tank, so I had to scoop water one container at a time to wash them. Finally, everything was ready. I lit the incense and then went home. The actual ceremony will be held tomorrow. My family usually prepares a vegetarian offering, so we don't make too many dishes. Most of the food is bought ready-made because my mother-in-law isn't used to cooking vegetarian dishes. I went into the kitchen to prepare the food for the offering tray. Today, we have sticky rice, vegetarian spring rolls, vegetarian sausage, rice, soup, and stir-fried vegetables. In my family, we also include grilled rice paper and sweet sticky rice in the offerings. We also have tea, fruit, and soft drinks. My father-in-law leads the ceremony in our family. So whenever he performs the ceremony, he wears a traditional áo dai and khandong. First, we prepare an offering tray outside in the front yard. We believe this is a way to invite our loved one who passed away to return home and receive the offerings.
Đẹp ạ. Chưa món dép nữa. Thôi lãi rồi.
Then, we continue the ceremony inside at the family altar. I know that every Vietnamese family may have its own way of performing these ceremonies. But for my family, this is how we preserve our traditions and remember the people we have lost. Is ancestor worship practiced in a similar way where you live? After After bringing the offering tray inside, I started to feel quite tired.
Đi từ á, đi chưa?
À.
Vậy là đi ra đây. Cái mũ hãy đi vô nó.
I haven't been feeling well lately. I've been dealing with a lot of itching and headaches. I've been dealing with this for about 6 months now. Sometimes the itching causes swelling around my eyes and mouth, making it very difficult to sleep. I've been dealing with a lot of itching and headaches. I've been dealing with this for about 6 months now. Sometimes the itching causes swelling around my eyes and mouth, making it very difficult to sleep. Today, my father-in-law took me to get traditional herbal medicine, as our family usually does. I just hope I'll feel better this time. I want to be healthy enough to keep taking care of my children and working. If you've ever dealt with a long-term health problem, what helped you stay hopeful and keep going? My father-in-law drove me home along the rural road. We crossed An Bin Bridge. The name An Bin means peace and safety. I just hope I can have a little peace every day, just like the name of this bridge. I went to have my pulse checked and get some traditional herbal medicine. I looked at the herbs, but honestly, I don't know what most of these plants or leaves are. I just hope these traditional remedies will help me feel better. When your health isn't good, a life that is already difficult becomes even harder. I take care of my children, do the housework, and try to find other ways to earn an income. This is the reality of low-income life in Vietnam that my family is experiencing. But I don't want to just sit around and complain. I still want to keep trying. I want to take better care of my children. I want to have an income of my own. And I want to build a better life for my family. If you were living in a situation like mine, what would keep you going every day? And if this is your first time seeing the life of a low-income family in rural Vietnam, what surprised you the most? I would genuinely love to hear your stories and perspectives. Thank you for spending part of your day with me and my family. I'll keep sharing real stories from my life in rural Vietnam. I'll see you in the next video.
Hồi chiều hồi túi nọ đi lỡ con thăm nọ cầm theo luôn.